Exercises. Multiple choice questions. First one. Which of these is not a natural fiber? Cotton, wool, silk. These are all natural fibers. Synthetic fiber here it is nylon. Okay, so the answer should be C, nylon. Second one. Cotton cloths are worn in summer because they absorb sweat, prevent body heat from escaping, block air, absorb heat. The answer is absorb sweat, and it will cool our body. So that is the reason cotton cloths are actually used in summer. The answer should be A, absorb sweat. Third one, which fiber do we get from sheep? Cotton, wool, silk, polyester. So cotton we get from cotton balls, silk we get from silkworm. Okay, polyester is a synthetic fiber. So the answer is wool, we get from sheep. Fourth one, what do factory workers wear to work? Uniform, that is used by people in different department as well as school children. White coats are used by doctors and nurses. So jackets are actually used to keep our body warm in winter. So the factory workers usually they use overalls. Overalls, you know, right? A cloth made up of, it is like a single piece of dress. Both upper as well as lower part of the dress is single. Fifth one. The process of cleaning cloths without water is called dry cleaning. So ironing is actually like pressing the cloth with the help of iron box. Crushing means formation of wrinkles. Drying means after wash we dry the cloth, removing water when it is placed in sunlight. So the answer should be D, dry cleaning without water. Then B, match the words in the two columns. Leather. White coat, tough uniform, fiber not obtained from plants or animals, animal skin. Leather we get from animal skin. Nylon, white coat, tough uniform, fiber not obtained from plants or animals. Nylon, as it is a synthetic fiber, the answer should be C. Fiber not obtained from plants or animals. Doctor will use white coat, he or she. Soldier, they'll use tough uniform. The answer is B. Look at these cloths and write down the kind of weather in which they are used or worn. First one, cold. So especially like what is it? This particular uniform. Okay, so it is a very thick coat that is used during winter, cold weather. Then here, this kid is actually wearing a raincoat. So it is used during rainy season or monsoon. Okay, so this is a cotton cloth. So that is actually used during summer or hot weather. D. Name the following. A piece of clothing that prevents us from getting wet when it rains. It is a raincoat. Second one. The insect that makes silk fibers. It is silkworm. Third one. Fibers that are not from plants or animals. It is nylon and polyester. Man-made fiber or synthetic fiber. Fourth one. Single piece cloths often worn by factory workers. It is overalls. Overalls. Fifth one. Cloths worn by school children of the same school. It is called uniform. E. Answer the following questions. Why do people living in hot places wear cotton cloth? People living in hot places, they wear cotton cloths because cotton cloth will allow the air to get inside and it will keep our body cool. Even cotton cloths will also absorb excess sweat. Second one. What kinds of cloths do people living in cold places wear? Why? People living in cold places, they wear cloths made up of wool, fur or leather. The people living in cold place, they wear cloths made up of wool, fur or leather. Even they can also wear dark color cloths to keep their body warm. Third one. How should silk and woolen cloths be stored? Silk and woolen cloth should be stored in boxes or almirah or cupboards, okay, with mothball or dried neem leaves because they do not allow the silverfish or moths to enter into the box. Higher order thinking skills. First question. Can raincoats be made of cotton, silk or wool? Why or why not? Raincoat cannot be made with cotton, silk or wool because it will absorb the water. It doesn't give us protection from rain. It will make our body also wet. Second one. The police also wear uniform. Can you say how that helps? Police also wear uniform because with the uniform we can identify them. So here that particular person belongs to police department. mainly for identification. Like usually certain department people, they have certain dress. So similar way, even police also wear uniform, so that we can identify that individual belongs to police department. Life skills. Ask an adult at home which detergents or other materials are used in your home for washing clothes, starching them, and so on. Find out how each item is used. So you can ask an adult which detergent is used. Detergent powder, you know, right? Surf Excel, Ariel, there are different powder used. And which other material into your house is actually used to wash cloth. Okay, so which other material they use? So if you after you're like what is it while using a detergent powder, they also use like what is it certain liquid which will give nice fragrance or smell for the cloth. So especially comfort and all that also they use. Especially those who wash white cloths. Okay, they use certain liquid. You know, there are certain liquid which will increase brightness of white cloths like Ujala. Okay, Robin liquid blue. Okay, those things. So that they add mainly to increase the brightness. Then even few cloths are actually starched also. Certain cloths only. Okay, so you can ask your like parent, so which method they are actually following. Especially certain cloths they actually starched. Okay, starch, that is water containing starch they add. So one reason is actually later they can iron it very nicely. Even the cloth also will become little stiff. So that is the reason. Activities for assessment. Collect different types of cloth material. You can collect different types of cloth material. Different type means you can collect the cloth made from cotton, wool, silk, nylon, polyester, etc. Okay, paste them in your scrapbook, a rough book. Feel them and observe the differences between them. You can touch and feel them, whether it is rough, smooth, okay, all those textures. Look at them with a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass, you know, right? When you, especially in medical shop and all, they use mainly to see the price, or if any medicine is actually, medicine name is printed very tiny, means it will show, when we see through the magnifying glass, it appears big. So that is magnifying glass. Okay, with the help of that you can look at them and you can draw the patterns you see in the scrapbook, a rough book. Okay, second one, do a project. So this like what is it? If possible, you can try this. Okay, not compulsory, but second one, do a project on the clothes people wear in various parts of the world. You can do a project on the clothes people wear in various parts of the world. Also mention the climate of those places. Which type of clothing they use, and what type of climate is present in those places. You can upload your project to a website or share it with your family and friends. So either you can upload to the website, otherwise you can share it with your family and friends. This is also optional. Be inspired. Anuj Sharma. Many children in India cannot afford to buy raincoats to protect themselves from rain. So many children in India, they can't buy raincoat because it is little expensive. Instead of buying them raincoats, however, Anuj Sharma decided to teach few children how to make raincoats for themselves. So Anuj Sharma, she trained the few children to make raincoats themselves. He made use of tarpaulin. Okay, he made use of tarpaulin. I thought it is she, it is he. Sorry. He made use of tarpaulin, rubber bands and buttons to design raincoats that would protect the children during rainy season. So very innovative. Our heritage, the sari. The sari has been worn by women in India for thousands of years. Okay. So sari is actually in our tradition. Indian woman is actually identified the way they dress, especially sari. So it is made from different fabrics. Sari is made by using cotton, silk and polyester also. Cotton and silk were the most popular fabrics used for making sari. Okay, cotton and silk is actually used more to make a sari. People in different parts of our country wear the sari in different ways. Okay, people in different parts of our country, they wear the sari in different ways.